Hey guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer here. Let's talk some mountain weather. This is the On the Snow Before You Go forecast. First off, my spider chart, odds of best snow next 5 to 7 days. That's out west. Active pattern, powerful jet, 319 through 326. I've got a number of snow bullseyes. Areas with more purple higher on the web here represent better odds of new snow. That's the Wasatch, that's the Tetons, that's Big Sky, that's the Sierra, that's Colorado, and that's New Mexico. Those areas will see the most best odds of new snow. So here are my bullet points. So there's your active pattern through 326. California's prime time, 319 through 320, and then roughly 322 through 324, 1 to 3 feet of total snow accumulation. Wasatch bullseye is 320 through 324. We'll talk about the Tetons and New Mexico and Colorado coming up. In the Northeast, it looks like rain on 323 and then snow later in the period with the second storm. There are two different storms, but the first one's too warm, as it looks like right now. Let me show you what the pattern's going to look like. This is way late. This is 328, but you can see even on 328 there's another low gathering steam. It's kind of sitting off the coast of California. So a lot of the action I'm targeting is through 326, but there may even be some action with the jet coming beyond that, 327, 328, 329. So just so you know, the pattern is going to stay pretty active all the way through the end of March for the west. And let me just show you what this is going to look like. So this is the forecast radar and the satellite. All right, so here we go. I'll play this ahead in time. Here is Monday morning on the 20th, snow moving into the interior. Could be heavy at times. Here comes the next low into California on 322, and that spreads heavy snow into the interior. And then there's another low coming in. You can see it in the Pacific Northwest right there, 324, 325, and beyond. So there are at least 2 or 3 different storm systems that will affect the west, from the Pacific Northwest to California into most of the interior. So it is going to be an active stretch for most of the west. All right, let's go back. I want to show you what I'm thinking as far as totals. So 320 through 328, 1 to 3 feet in the Sierra. Snow levels do start high, but then they drop, much more reasonable than what we were dealing with the Pineapple Express, which were incredibly high snow levels. Most of Washington and Oregon are doing okay, but the biggest amounts are going to be from Big Sky up to Grand Targhee, the Tetons there to Jackson Hole. In fact, the Tetons, I'm thinking 2 to 3 feet. During this time period, the Wasatch 2 to 3 feet of snow as well, and that's going to push most of the Little and Big Cottonwood resorts over 700 inches if this plays out through this period for season totals so far. And that's going to put a lot of Sierra resorts as well with these numbers, close to 700 inches. All right, in Colorado, the biggest numbers throughout the period will be across the western slope and in southwest Colorado, where we could see 1 to 3 feet of accumulation, less through Summit County and less in the northern mountains, but still decent, looking at about a foot for most of those areas. Northern New Mexico is also one of my bullseyes. I've got good snow, generally 1 to 2 feet from Ski Santa Fe to Taos, and even Brian Head and Snowball with some of the southern action. These lows will drag moisture across the southern tier, and so Brian Head and Snowball should do okay. All right, let's look at the Northeast. So as it looks right now, 323 may be a rain event with maybe some snow mixing. So most of this snow is going to come with the second storm system later in the period. There's not a ton here, and I'm pretty optimistic with these numbers through Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. But again, that first storm may be too warm. And then the second storm would be the one to watch. So back to this again, the prime areas, my Tomer's take if you're skiing, focus on California, focus on the Wasatch, the Tetons, Big Sky, focus on western and southwest Colorado, and also New Mexico. All right, guys, this was the On the Snow Before You Go forecast. Take care. Have a great day.